Hey guys, good morning. It's Henry at Mows and Blows. So I got a offer from Facebook Marketplace. This guy wants to look at one of those single stage snowblowers that I have. It's the Yard Machines one. The little one, I have it listed for 50 bucks. I haven't started it in years. It's been sitting in the shed forever. It's all the way in the front. So I got to take out some of the stuff, try to get it out, put some 2-stroke oil in it, fire it up, and hopefully we can sell it for 50 bucks. Alright, that wasn't too bad. A little worried now because I just pulled this out, and this has been here for 3 years or so. And it's got gas in it. Oh dear, oh my. I don't know how much, maybe not so much, but what do you think? You think this thing will start? 3 years, gas in it? Oh baby. Maybe I won't sell for 50 bucks. No, I'm gonna sell. Just after I just started it up, the guy texts me and says, "Oh, I'm so sorry, you can't make it." People are so unreliable, aren't they? Just flakes. If they ghost you or then they change their mind, whatever. But you know what? Either way, I'm glad that I know pulling it out of the shed after 3 years fired right up. You know, it took a few pulls and stuff, but really pretty amazing, actually. I'm pretty sure I'll sell it now that I put a video of it running on Facebook. Facebook Marketplace is one of the only platforms where you can actually upload a short video clip to show people that it works and runs and stuff. It's very useful. I figure I'm out here. I'm going to start to drain out all the fuel from the machines that I have stored that I don't think are going to sell before the winter comes. I'm probably going to blow out my sprinkler systems too, because today's like 58 degrees. Pretty chilly. Fall is going to be upon us really quickly, and I don't want to leave gas in all my machines. I've got quite a lot of work to do. Got a couple of snowblowers here, got a drain, and my 6-wheeler, plus all the machines that I have in that shed. I haven't sold this in quite a while. I have it listed for $325. I know it's a lot. I'll drop my price before spring comes. Let's see if it starts up. It's got quite a bit of fuel in it. Not a choke. Just pull. That's it. drain the fuel out of here. Alright, so next day I'm back here at my mom's. Look, grass just has not grown. It's been like a month since I mowed it. Anyway, nevertheless, I had to come anyway because I finally recharged the Black Beauty's battery. 100% charged, 100% healthy. Bringing some 2-stroke oil, and I guess I'll go over it. The battery installed, topped off a little bit of Earl, and I think the last time I rode this it was kind of hesitating a little bit, and then so I figured I'd change the air filter. I got this air filter from my friends over at HIPA Parts, and you could tell by this cover it's very dusty on the inside too. When I released the top nut here, look at all the caked on debris there, which means that this filter is pretty saturated with a lot of dust. Actually, not too bad, but I have a feeling that it's not getting enough air because there is quite a lot of dirt in there. So we'll change this out. Here's the comparison between the old and the new. Huge difference. A lot of oil and dirt caked in there, which limits the amount of air getting into the carburetor. This one also has a pre-filter that you slip over it. So to install it, simple. Just put it on. Put the nut back on. And then you slip the pre-filter on here too if you want. Gives it an extra layer of protection so that once it gets dirty you can just take the pre-filter off and you start off with a brand new air cleaner again. That's the logic behind it, at least. I think this might be the first time I'm ever changing this filter in 20, 30 something years. Insanity, right? It's needed a much needed air filter. Top it off with Earl. I don't have any more gas and it's almost empty. We'll fire it up and we'll go over it, see if it runs well. It looks much better. Black Beauty back on the road again, running great. All right, back home. So it's the next day. Did you guys notice that in the time lapse where I was winterizing all the machines that I thought I had gas in it, right? There were a couple of snowblowers, like the Honda one, where I was pulling it, it had gas in it and it wouldn't start. So I'm thinking that the time that it was in there after I fixed it with gas in it, it's been really hot this summer. Maybe it built up ethanol and clogged it, but then I saw that there is a fuel shutoff switch on that snowblower and it was in the off position, meaning that it was in the on position because the fuel shut off, right? So gas wasn't going in the carburetor. I believe I ran it and drained the carburetor before I stored it with gas in it. That's a real bad habit of mine, is leaving equipment with gas in it, because I thought, I always think I'm gonna sell it, so I need gas in it to try it, right? But you know, if I don't sell it, it sits there with gas in it, so that's bad. So I'm hoping that that's gonna be okay. I had a dual stage, smaller Boland's dual stage snowblower that had gas in it too. I didn't try to start it though, and I drained the gas, so I'm not sure about that either. However, what did surprise me was the two most expensive lawnmowers that I have listed. This being $325 and the Toro SR4 Super Recycler. Now I just fixed that not that long ago, maybe a month or so ago. They both didn't start and they both had gas in it. They both do not have fuel shutoffs in it. So I'm thinking that the time that it's been sitting in the shed, it's been hot, you know? That ethanol has built up in the bowl. So, I mean, just the way I am, being OCD, I'm like, well, next year, if I try to sell this in the spring, it's not gonna start. I'm gonna have to clean the carb. So I'm gonna at least look at the carburetor bowl and see if there's any ethanol buildup in there. If not, I'll just blow out the holes and stuff and see if it starts. But, you know, I can't have this sitting through all winter, so I gotta take a look at it. So I took the bowl off in time lapse, as you saw, clean as a whistle. Nothing in it but just like old looking gas, that's it. And put it back. And so tried pulling it, didn't start as I did yesterday, just didn't start. And then I sprayed some ether in there, one spray, fired right up, and I had like less than a quarter inch of fuel left in the tank. So I figured I'd just drain it out by running it. So I did 2 or 3 passes on the lawn, whatever, and stopped. Gas tank's completely dry. Carburetor bowl is completely dry now. I saw it was leaking a little because with this carburetor, the bowl has to go right to a spot where there's this rectangle shape, like a puzzle, and it has to go in there. I didn't know that. So it was leaking from the bowl because it wasn't seated. But I just fixed it now. It's a pain in the ass. You can't even see what's going on unless you remove the carburetor, which is a pain in the ass for the coolers. I think it's seated right now. Anyway, so this is winterized. Let me go whip out the SR4 Super Recycler because that didn't start. But that also has a primer bulb prime. So we'll see what happens. Here we go. Toro Super Recycler. Has some gas in it. Very little because I sucked it out. But it wouldn't start. Maybe it's just like that other one where, you know, it's been sitting for so long that you just needed to... This hasn't been sitting that long, but the other one was sitting in there for probably 6 months, 5 months. Just need a little bit of a kickstart, you know, the primer. This one wouldn't start. And this one I just finished fixing not long ago. A couple months. If that. So maybe the primer's not working. You check real quick by just, see, I changed the thing. Let's see if it primes. It does prime. It primes really well. But it won't start.
ether. Remove the exhaust intake manifold. Now it should start. Otherwise we have a spark problem. Maybe we have a spark problem. These spark testers are terrible in the daytime. Still can't see, you know? I have it in the shade. Try not to move it too much. Did you see anything? I didn't see anything. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to change the spark plug first, which is almost never the spark plug, right? And then it could be the mechanism where it grounds. Like even though you have that thing pulled back, it's still touching ground. That could be it too. But let's first switch out a spark plug. Spark plug is rusty looking. And it's a little oily looking. I'll change it anyway because it is yucky looking. A new spark plug. New. It's the same kind. It's a little longer, right? But it's the same kind because it's half an inch deep into the thing. Spray some stuff in it. I don't think we have spark. Alright, then I have to take the top off so we can inspect the brake mechanism and the magneto. Of course, you can't see anything unless you take this whole cover off. So removing the cover, magneto doesn't look terrible. Flywheel looks good. It's not a lot of rust buildup on the flywheel, including the magnets. Here's the brake mechanism. So when you look at the brake mechanism, right, and you engage the bail handle cable, it pulls back so that that thing doesn't touch. So this way, it's not grounded, so it'll freely run. It'll give spark. The minute you're stopping, you let go, and this thing touches that to create ground, and then grounding out the magneto so that the engine stops. So this works as it should, because when I gauge, it's completely away from the grounding mechanism. See? Now it's touching and moving, so you know it's making contact. I mean, you could push this down a little bit more to make a tighter ground. See how it moves? But that's not our problem. Our problem is not it not being able to stop. Our problem is that it's not getting any spark. Leads me to believe that we need to change the magneto, at least test it. So I'm going to remove the magneto, 1/4 inch drive. Going to disconnect the kill wire from the bottom. There's the magneto. So there is a split right over here, but that shouldn't be anything. So we can test this magneto using a multimeter and the ohm setting. Positive, and you stick it in here. And then you touch this connecting point here. 4.5. 4.5. You can touch the ground here. 4.5. So this is a good magneto. Damn. Why? Why do we not get spark? Oh, just for the hell of it, I'm going to try to switch it with another one. Because you never know, maybe the internal wire inside here, even though it doesn't show anything, is cut. You never know. No idea. I got this other one I'm testing. 4.55. 4.55. Exactly the same as the other one. 4.55. So they're identical readings. Looks just the same as that one. I'm just going to swap it out, but even better, I'm going to help it out a bit. Connect the kill wire. While you're here, you can inspect the manifold. It's tight, not loose, not cracked. Put a business card right in between it. Move it to the magnet so it sticks. Line up the holes, matches perfectly. Do not tighten these too hard. Two clicks. That's it. That's it. Rotate flywheel, business card out. Underneath here. I don't know, I think that might ground it. All right, changed the magneto, changed the spark plug, inspected the brake kill mechanism. We're priming it again. Good God, what could it be? keeps running. I wish my truck had better gas mileage. Up all the gas. I drained it. It had like a quarter-inch of gas in it. It just keeps running. Unbelievable amount of mileage on it. It'll run with such little gas. Keeps running, look! There's hardly any gas in there. I've mowed my entire lawn a few times, including my side. Unbelievable efficiency. Still running. I don't know what to do now. I'm just gonna let it run while I clean up. Incredible. The fuel efficiency on this engine is insane. I literally drained this a couple of days ago by sucking it all out. It had just the glistening of it. And I mowed my lawn like 3 times, getting every little bit of leaves that were left. Incredible. So now we know what was wrong. What happened? We just changed the spark plug and the magneto. Although this magneto had ohm readings that were perfect, you don't know whether or not maybe the center ground wire in here corroded, broke, whatever. Who knows, right? But we changed the magneto to an older one with the same readings, fired right up. Don't know if it was a spark plug issue either, but we're just gonna chuck these two. So it fired right up, runs great, smooth. And man, the fuel efficiency is insane. Stoked. I mean, it was interesting, you know, to see how just a drop of gas is gonna allow you to mow for like half an hour. It's insane. Anyway, we'll put this back now, and I feel much better that we got both of those machines to run. The original Toro one just needed a better prime because it sat for so long, you know. Just needed to get it going again, that's all. But we drained the gas out of there for sure. We definitely drained all the gas out of here for sure. Yes, I almost never throw things away, but... oh, I have so many. This spark plug could still work, because if it was the magneto problem, it's not the spark plug. Oh. So winterizing your equipment is very important, because when spring rolls around and you're ready to sell that lawn tractor, or that snowblower or that lawnmower, you want it to be able to fire right up just by adding gas in it. And so while I have so many machines, it's hectic and overwhelming to drain all the gas out of every machine. Sometimes I forget one or two. So I'll have to clean the carburetor next spring, you know what I mean? So that's a pain in the butt. Best solution is to have fuel shutoffs on all your machines so that you don't have to drain an entire tank of gas, you know, when you need to. Just turn on the fuel shut off. Fuel does not go to the carburetor. You start it up, run it until it just depletes the fuel out of the carburetor. Now that carburetor is going to stay clean for the entirety of the storage period, whether you're winterizing or summerizing. Summerizing is draining the fuel out of your snowblowers for summer storage, and then winterizing is draining the fuel out of your carburetors for your lawn tractors and your summer equipment like lawnmowers. So that's what you have to do every year. And for guys like me and other YouTubers who work with small engine equipment, we carry a lot of inventory through the storage periods, and it's just a lot of work to have to winterize and summarize. And as you saw, I also winterized my sprinklers here in the East Coast. Otherwise, your pipes will freeze in the brutal winters. As always, like, share, and subscribe. That allows me to continue to bring small engine content to you guys like today. Now I'm ready for the Oklahoma versus Texas game. Probably going to lose that one. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll see you guys all next time on Mowers and Blowers.
Yeah, we don't gotta turn it up.
Oh, shit! Oh, that's great. I got that on video.
See you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.